Click the go live button. See if it works. It does work. There we go. Grrrrr. Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. That's right, Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods. And today, we've got a little something different here. Normally we're going to do comics and comic book stuff and campaigns that are coming out. Not today. Not today. We're actually going to be doing something, a highly requested, well, not really highly requested, somewhat marginally requested episode for Bear to do here. We're talking today about the, it's called the Foundation, or excuse me, Foundation. I guess you can call it the Foundation. Foundation, it is Isaac Asimov, his kind of famous book there, and they've got a series on the Apple TV. So if you've got an Apple TV subscription, that's what we're going to be doing today, is we're going to be watching the very last episode. I think it came out last week. Bear was kind of looking into it and kind of mentioned it, let's see, the other day on his Wednesday stream. So said, hey, Bear, go ahead and do the show. All right. So here we are to do a Foundation watch party for you good people there. So if you're watching this live, or maybe if you're watching it after the fact, we're probably going to wait maybe, I don't know, at 10, maybe 15 minutes or so. Just kind of get the plate set. The plate set, as it were. I guess you can say setted. And maybe get a couple more people in here to kind of check it out and everything. Or they might check out, they say, oh, God, Bear, we came here to learn about, what's going on with Cyberfrog or something like that. And here we are doing the Foundation. So there we go. Like he said, a book series based on Isaac Asimov. I guess the best way to kind of describe it is the fall of Rome, but in space. So you've got, I guess, which are essentially space Romans out there conquering the known universe. And they've got some issues there. There's going to be some issues. A very smart mathematician kind of came up with an equation that kind of figured out, hey, wait a minute, this whole empire thing, it's going to fall apart. So we need to start kind of a sort of outpost that would hold all the knowledge and all these sorts of, all the things that have transpired over the past years and everything, hold it in there. So when it does fall, kind of goes into a sort of space dark ages, as it were, that you would be able to kind of reconstitute that knowledge and kind of bring back society relatively quickly. I think when they mentioned it in the first episode, it was like 1,000 years versus like 30,000 years or something like that. So they definitely want to kind of save everything and protect everything. But that was, what was his name? Professor Henry Salomon, whatever. Bear likes salmon. But anyways, he's on one side, and then you've got these other folks, I guess the Space Emperor, as it were. Very interesting concept. They have how to describe this? Kind of a mini emperor, the regular emperor, and then kind of the old man emperor. And they're actually all the same person. They've been kind of cloned from the same emperor over the many years out there. So they've been kind of cloned over the years. So, they kind of come across this information. Oh, the empire's going to die and everything. Well, of course, they kind of take that a little bit badly, and they're going to kill the professor and everything. But, they have a sort of terrorist incident that actually kind of proves the equation might be correct. So instead of killing the professor and what Bear affectionately calls Water Girl, what was her name? Gail, I think it's called Gail. Anyway, she's there with the professor. Apparently, very smart. Very was going to be the one that was going to counteract or contradict the equation. Hey, maybe it might not be correct after all, or something like that. And anyways, both of them together, instead of being killed, they're sent off to a faraway planet out there in the farther reaches of the empire there. And kind of sent away, just kind of, hey, get the heck out of here. And then, hey, if it does come to fruition, the emperor can say, yeah, we got it. All right, not a problem at all. I was the one on top of it. And if it doesn't go correctly, well, he kind of worries that there's getting a little bit too much of kind of a following behind the professor and old Water Girl there. So they they say, hey, go ahead, get out of here. Get out, you riffraff, and hopefully you will never bother us again. So that's kind of setting the stage here just a little bit for kind of what's going on. Let me see. Let me just, pardon me here, people. Okay, there we go. It does work. Okay. Got to figure out if the chat works sometimes. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. It's always fun for Bear to, kind of come into YouTube and then it doesn't work. Let's see. Let's do the thing with the thing. And then you do the thing. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead. Let me figure out what I've got here. One of the things, just kind of very quickly, if as we kind of get into it here, one of the downsides for Bear trying to use OBS. So that's what Bear's using here. Unfortunately, they only allow you to do, there's Water Girl right there. They only allow you to do, I think it's eight images there. There's the professor right there. So there's only going to be about 8 images. Bear's going to have to kind of cycle through some of the stuff. So if you see kind of some of the repeat images there, there we go. There's one of the great actors, Lee Pace there, the middle guy there. It's kind of the little emperor, the Lee Pace emperor, and the old man emperor there. So there you go. There's kind of an introduction to some of the characters there. You got this guy as well. Not really sure what his deal is, but there you go. He's got a very interesting jacket. Just doesn't quite fit, but that's all right. That's right. It looks good. It looks rugged. It looks amazing. Actually, some of the what am I trying to say here? Some of the costumes here in this series, very. I mean, I tell you what. In a couple of years, maybe if they have like a foundation con or something like that, where everybody kind of comes in and you can have your kind of weird, ill-fitting jackets, or the water girl with her very strange. I'm not sure how that's going to keep the water off when you're in a water planet, but there you go. That's why we call her Water Girl. So there we go. All right. So anyways, we're going to probably be cycling through some of the promotional images. Just want to say Bear's just using the promotional images from Apple. Doesn't take any rights or anything like that. It's all to them. We're just using this as kind of an entertainment, a little bit of an educational and commentary on the show here. So let's go ahead. Let's see. Let me figure out here. Just 1 second. Oops. Sorry, people. Gonna be watching this. There's actually got a very nice iPad here, so we're gonna be watching it on that. Of course, I can't, unfortunately, show the series for you people. It would be kind of fun, but what we're going to have to do is kind of just do a watch along, as it were, here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So let's Bear kind of figure that out here. Let's see. Let me do the thing with the thing, and then okay, I need to get that out of the way. There we are. There we are. Okay. Oops. Let's see. Is it on? Hello. Test. Ah, there we go. Okay. Good. Okay, so let's go ahead and kind of get started here. Hopefully we'll have some people kind of coming in as we go ahead and get started here, but that's all right. That's all right. Might get halfway through it and nobody shows up and Bear just kind of zonks out. I guess I should say, kind of from the very beginning here. Interesting show. It's kind of an interesting show, but it is very kind of complex for Bear to talk about. Really good in some parts, and then just face-slappingly bad in other parts. Just very groan-worthy. We'll go through some of that. You might hear Bear groan or moan or, oh, good Lord, or something like that. And that's kind of where we are. The Empire stuff here with Lee Pace, the best stuff. If they just kind of concentrated on that, it would be excellent. Unfortunately, they cut to Water Girl, and we'll see here in just a little bit, female Chris Rock and all that other stuff. So there we go. P-Money, good to see you here. He says, I'm at work, so not sure if I can stay. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, P-Money. Happy birthday, and many more as well. Let's see. I learned yesterday they need me to work a double shift today. Happy birthday to P-Money. Well, at least happy birthday to P-Money's wallet. So there you go. Unfortunately, he had to work a double shift, but hey, maybe just listen along or something like that. A lot of it's going to be groaning and moaning from Bear, but that's all right. That's all right. We can handle some of that. Anyways, happy birthday, P-Money. Good to have you here. Glad to have you. A great Like right after Thanksgiving too. Right after Thanksgiving, you get stuffed with turkey, and then you get stuffed with presents. So there you go. All right, let me get this situated here, and then I'll let you people know when we get started. I didn't want to wait too long. Didn't want to preamble too long here. So let's see. Let me get into it. I want to make sure that the headphones work here. I can't play it for you people. I'm sorry. So there we are. Let's see if it does the thing. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So we're going to go ahead, get started. Oh, P Money says, groaning for bear, isn't that every stream? It is. It is. Yes, indeed. All right. So let's go ahead. If you do have, oops, there we go. Sorry about that, people. If you do have a compatible device that you can watch this on, we're going to go ahead, get started here. Trying to figure out how to kind of line it up here. Bear is going to go ahead and hit play here, and let's just kind of count it down here from, let's just do it from 5. We'll go ahead and count it down from 5. Go ahead and hit play, and it should bring up the little Apple TV Plus thing for you, and hopefully we'll somewhat be in sync here. So let's go here. We're counting it down from 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to go ahead and hit play. There we go, play. All right, so there's the little Apple TV thing here. Sometimes it has, I'm not sure what this is. Some sort of, the guy is looking at, it's a commercial. I'm sorry, people. We'll get to the actual show here in just a second here. He's kissing a lady. Sure, it's very nice. Not sure what's going on. Whatever. They're in a lake. I would skip past this, but I don't want to get it out of whack here. Out of whack here for some people, but anyways, why is Glenn Close in this? I don't know. Oh, Blade. That's Blade. Oh, there we go. It's not actual Blade. It's the guy that plays Blade. But how much longer is this, for crying out loud? For crying out loud. Okay, so anyways, we've got to make our way through a commercial here for Blade. Not really Blade. It's the guy who plays Blade. But evidently, there's 2 Blades. A swan song. There we go. So there you go. If you want to check that out, great. If not, whatever. People sometimes ask, hey, Bear, what? Previously on the Foundation. So there we go. We're watching them fly through space and all this other stuff. So we'll go ahead, get started here. Get started. There's Water Girl. Yeah, oh, there we go. That was the best part of that show. The Empire stuff is great. All this stuff is great. The female Chris Rock, terrible. And then the lady, she gets shot with the arrow. Why they have arrows when they have laser pistols, I don't know. Why Chris Rock is a female, I don't know. All right, an Apple original, Skydance. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. They skip past they actually have a really neat introduction, and they kind of skip past that. I don't know why. Oh, I know, for the terrible just voiceover that Water Girl gives. I tell you what. Some really good special effects in this. I really like the special effects. There's Henry Solomon, Saladin, Salmon, whatever his name is. So he died. He's like Space Jesus. He got killed by his like the one guy, that guy right there. So they got killed by his assistant, I suppose. But it was all part of the plan because I don't know, he came back to life, and for some reason his coffin made a giant spaceship. I don't know. There we go. All right. So I can tell, P Money says, so I can tell people I spent my birthday listening to a bear watch TV. That's right, Apple TV too. There we go. Why the like how his space coffin became the little Foundation thing, I don't know. It's one of those shows. So anyways, there's the Foundation, and he came out of the here's Space Jesus here. He comes down, and I miss the introduction. Oh, this guy's so insufferable. It's just like, oh, the condescending. Anyways. Look out. See, that guy back there is pointing at the guy right in front of him, his own guy. These people don't know how to shoot. I guess that's a good thing that they don't know how to shoot. All right, let me click off. Let me do something else here. Let me click off of that. There we go. So I guess I should explain the scene here. Two enemies face to face. The Space Jesus comes down. The professor here, I call him Space Jesus. He comes down. And he's gonna kind of unite the tribes together here, but he has to get through a long and laborious monologue here. Oh my goodness. Ugh. So he's talking about the two different people there, and we got to come together, and your princess got killed by the emperor, blah 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 blah. It doesn't really matter. It's so insufferable. This is why Bear says just fast forward through all this stuff and just get to the Lee Pace stuff. That's the best part. That's the best part. No, thank goodness, P-Money. Well, I suppose I did pay for it. Bear actually got this very nice iPad here. Not too long ago, and that actually kind of came with it. P-Money asked, did I pay for the Apple TV Plus? It works out that my wife and I got a new iPhone every other year, so it works out we basically get Apple TV Plus free every year. I don't know if they're going to keep doing that, but yeah, there you go. If you want, later on after work, of course, you can rewatch this stream and have Bear kind of talk along with it. Kind of like a director's cut. But I didn't direct this. Oh, thank God. They threw a lot of money at this. Threw a lot of money. Bear kind of compares this to a very campy, the most expensive campy show ever. If you kind of go along with that, it's actually kind of funny, kind of silly, goofy. They could have just done the Emperor stuff and just had kind of a space Game of Thrones, but no, they have to do all this boring stuff. It's predictive models. I found a pattern. Space Jesus. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you, P-Money. See, that's pretty cool. I like the special effects here with the it was like a space elevator that kind of came crashing down and kind of made this giant scar into the city. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. The best part. See, Lee Pace. I'll shut up here. Lee Pace literally carries this entire show. I mean, lifts it up on his shoulders and just carries the entire thing. And the other actor here, I don't know his name, I'm sorry, but he's pretty good too. He's pretty good too. The kid, not so much, but Lee Pace definitely. How they get his fingers to do that, I don't know. I don't know. So anyways, long story short, the little kid emperor here got tricked by his gardener lover. And turned out that... oh, he's talking about it. Okay, I'll shut up. Be quiet, Lee Pace. Lee Pace is here. Anyways, Lee Pace is talking to the younger version of himself here. And younger Lee Pace is kind of went against the other emperors here, and he's got to make a choice here. Got to make a very hard choice. Here we go. Where the heck is Jiminy Cricket? He's the one who asked for this. Come on, Jiminy. Where you at, man? Come on, man. I thought it was really cool that they kind of the last episode they were gonna zig, and then all of a sudden they zagged at the very last minute, and they saved the kid here, but man, that would have been pretty cool either way. That's not a bad thing though, having their memories erased. Not a bad thing. This show really needs more Lee Pace, like 50% more. All right, let me click off of this. There we go. There's some Lee Pace stuff there. All right. So it kind of takes place over time. So the young baby that you just saw there kind of grows up to be the adolescent guy there. So that's kind of where they're going through it. So pretty cool. It's a really interesting acting challenge to basically play the same character but slightly different. Pretty neat. Pretty cool. Now, one of the things I tell you what, they got rid of Lee Pace, so I'm just gonna blather on here. The editing in this, what the hell's going on with the editing? I mean, it like jumps back and forth between stuff. It's supposed to, like they're trying to build tension or something like that, and it just like you needed more of that Lee Pace stuff just in its own little thing and not broken up. They broke up the they're back on the Foundation planet here. I'm sorry. So they're back here. And he's giving his long speech about blah, blah, blah. We all need to work together, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, terrible. Terrible. Go away, Space Jesus. Go away. So, anyways, very neat acting challenge for the sort of Empire characters there. Oh, you see the lady there. She's, spoiler alert, she's a robot. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. We'll see what happens at that towards the very end of the show here. Pretty cool. I thought they should have ended it just on her, and then they went back to Water Girl. Ay, ay, ay. All right, thank you. Thank you, Space Jesus. Yeah, why the Empire didn't just like show up after their like spaceship blew up like 5 episodes ago? I don't know. They sent them out. Hey, go check out that planet. We need to keep an eye on them. The ship blew up, and then they got the giant. I don't know what you'd call it. The Protos. I don't know. Uh, like a Death Star, I suppose. The Proto Death Star. Um, it was just a lot of circling. They could have cut out 3 episodes and it would have been fine. Oh, and there's the space pirate, who's gonna cry later. I mean, the real tough guy here. He's gonna be bawling like a little baby. Yeah, so we were about to kill each other. Yeah, there you go, kid. Finally. The kid's asking the questions that we all want to know. Yeah, seriously, how'd you get here? How did you get here? With your tiny little space coffin. How? He took a pill. Oh, okay. Okay. Mortality directive. Yeah, yeah. You didn't need to get stabbed. So they're talking about the vault here. The very first thing that you see in the very first episode, little triangle spaceship. Yeah, whatever. And there he goes, walking away. Bye-bye. See you, people. I gave my greatest speech ever, then I'm walking away. See you later, suckers. Bye. Shut up, kid. Oh, yes. There you go. So can't you just tell us what the next one is? Get it over with. Ay, ay, ay. So silly. Oh, yeah. 1,000 years. It's just a little bit of time. No worries. No worries. There we go. There's Water Girl. There she is. And there we go. There's the guys that are like going to shoot each other in the back. I don't understand that. That's so silly. Anyways, as female Chris Rock's talking. By the way, it's supposed to be very scientific, very science-based, math-based, and all this other stuff. And then female Chris Rock is like, I've seen you in my dreams. Ah! No. Come on, man. So it's like you're supposed to have some sort of scientific basis behind it, and then it's like, oh yeah, forget all that science stuff. It's all feelings, and it's just if you believe it, you can do it. Yay! That sort of deal. It's just very sappy. Like two shows just kind of smashed together here. So there goes Space Jesus. Bye, Space Jesus. Oh. Then it closes back up, and then that's that. All right, see you in 1,000 years, people. Peace. So luckily they didn't start just shooting each other again, because he gave a speech, and it's like, oh, wow, okay, thank you, Space Jesus. So there they are. There they are. All right, here we go. Cool scene. Finally a cool scene. You know why it's a cool scene? Because that got Lee Pace in it. That's why. I kind of like that, the little shroud thing that they had. This is the little lover girl that young Lee Pace is fallen in love with. So pretty cool. I really like this scene. This is probably one of the best scenes, especially in this episode. Really cool. So they're walking through the garden here of the Emperor. It's pretty cool. I do like this. Yeah, that's a weird creature. I don't know if bear would eat that creature. That's kind of weird. It's got 3 eyes. Actually, 6 eyes. This is just a great setup for the scene. Just a great setup. I love this. Pretty cool. There's the love interest right there. There she is. They're at like a like a little water. Water. Everything in this show is water. They're sitting down at the bench here. Pretty cool. I really like this scene. Beer's trying not to talk too much over it. Broke his heart. Broke his heart. So he's listing out all the people like she's related to, and then friends and first boy she's kissed. Like literally everybody she knows. 1,550 people he's found out that like link to the girl here. Pretty cool. Hmm. Boom. Like a boss. Like a boss. BOSS boss. That's right. Boom. That's cold blooded, Lee Pace. That is cold blooded. Mm. Mm mm mm. Carrying the show on his shoulders like a boss. This is great. They could have showed all that too. They could have showed the people being killed, but nah. There you go. You'll remember. Like a boss. Dang, dude. That's cold-blooded. That's cold-blooded, Lee Pace. That's why I like this show. It's awesome. Everybody's it's like, they're the bad guys. We need to be against them. No, they're cool. I like them. we like Lee Pace here. That's cold-blooded, man. Like a boss. And then they cut back to the female Chris Rock. They have a great scene. Awesome scene. And it's like, all right, let's cut back to female Chris Rock. And I suppose her mother, we'll find out here in a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. This goes on. Although she's right, they lied. It's like, I told you all this stuff, then I lied to you. Thanks, Beast Jesus. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is just. I'm sorry, people. I'm gonna get a drink here. 1 second. Ah, Bear needed a beer to get through this. Yeah. So we have like two girls that are the key to everything. So one of them is female Chris Rock here, and she's supposed to be like the one that opened up what they were calling the artifact there that the professor came out of Space Jesus. Excuse me. Bear takes a sip of beer, and then all of a sudden he starts burping. Um, so she heard all these voices and everything, and yada, yada, yada. And then it wasn't him, it was somebody else. And she's so forlorn. Oh, why? Why? I was supposed to be the chosen person, and now I'm not. So anyways, that's what's going on in that scene. It gets a little bit just kind of roundabout stuff. I like the little speeder that they had here. That's pretty cool. Kind of looks like a 70s Charger or something like that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So they're out here. She's talking with one of the dudes that was like about to kill her, like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago or so. And now they're going to go plant. They're going to go plant a tree. They're planting a tree. It's symbolic, people. Here's this bow and arrow. She's like, we've got space lasers. We don't need a bow and arrow. Ay, ay, ay. There you go. Take the bow and arrow. That'll. Now, by the way, she killed his boss, with like the bow and arrow. So. Ah, yes, that bow. The bow. Forget lightsabers. Forget like, space pistols. We've got a bow and arrow, yo. A bow and arrow. Dang, man, that's hot. Hot, man, hot. So this is weird. They plant the tree, right? Okay, so they're going to plant this tree. And I thought this was a really cool transition that they had here. It's pretty cool, but then it's totally undercut. So this tree, it like grows up. You figure, okay, this is like 20, 30, 40 years. They show all this stuff that pops up. Harry, that's right. They set aside hatred to build a city over many, 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 many years. Many years. It takes them a long time. No, it took them like a week. I don't know. It's so stupid. There you go. The space pirate gets the Death Star, as it were. Why? I don't know. He's a space pirate. Why would you give him the Death Star? Whatever. You know who we could really give this to? That space pirate over there. I'm sure that's in good hands. I'm sure our Armageddon machine's in good hands. That's the Death Star right there. The little thing floating above the planet there. Oh, they took out the XO. I like that where they wrote it in blood on the little round thing that I don't know what it is, but it's pretty cool. I wish they would have left that in there. That would have been pretty cool. So basically, they shoot a laser into space, and the Empire thinks that, oh, well, their star blew up. No worries. It's like, oh, yeah, we forgot about that spaceship that blew up, that just totally disappeared. Forget about it. We got plenty of them. We got plenty. So anyways, it was supposed to be like, okay, this is like a passage of time, and it's like a week later. So the Death Star that was like the height of the Empire's ability, they're going to recreate it on a on a barren planet in 18 months. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Shut up, kid. Yeah, there you go. It's a little bit more wordy than me, but all right, whatever. How this fits into anything, I don't know. Like, why is there a space dragon? Whatever. Space dragons. Sure, why not? What the hell? Oh, yeah, here we go. So, Apple TV, um, it's been kind of derived as expensive NBC. Basically, what they mean by that is it's kind of more or less network TV sort of stuff. So even though they're a streaming service, they could do a lot of different things. Why she's thinking she's the little water girl, I don't know. Anyways, so they really can't show a whole lot of nudity or anything like that, or a lot of the violence of any kind or anything like that. So yeah, it's like it tries to tiptoe up to the edge, but then it kind of falls short. So anyways, it's like, all right, I'm out of here. Peace. See you later, space pirate. So female Chris Rock is she's the one leaving. She's the one saying, "You're the Coyote Ugly. You space pirate. You're Coyote Ugly. I'm out of here. Peace." Where she's going, I don't know. It doesn't matter. All right, let me go through the same eight images here. Hold on. There we go. Go back. Go back to the very beginning. Some of these pictures are from different episodes, so they're not all from this episode. I like the vehicle. I like the little hovercraft vehicle thing. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, goodness. Little girl, I need to save you. Stop, little girl. Just shoot her. Where's your bow and arrow? They gave you a bow and arrow for a good reason. Oh, of course, it's Water Girl. There she goes. Jumping into the water. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. Ugh. So this thing's supposed to put out like a field that like kills any life or anything like that, and she's the only one that can go up and touch it. Let me. It's too late. There's another image where she goes up and touch it. Maybe I can find it here real quick. Let's see. Is it this one? Might be this one. Shut up, Chris Rock. Who is it, Harry? Who is it? Let's see. It's not that one. I don't know where it was, but anyway, she was touching the little whatchamacallit thing. The Ark. The Ark, as it were. This is just going around in circles. There's really nothing happening. Don't blow it. Don't blow it. Okay. They actually had what was his name? Is it Clark Peters? I think is the actor's name. Is female Chris Rock's father. He's a really good actor. I wish they kind of kept him around instead of the mother lady. The water, the water girl. The water girl. She actually said it. Man. Bear came up with that weeks ago. Weeks ago. Oh, that's funny. Who's the girl from the water planet? We all know who. We all know who. Her name's Water Girl. It makes so much sense. Come on. I mean, it makes perfect sense that you're getting visions from somebody else that you were cross embryoed with and you have never met. Makes total sense. So anyway, she's gonna just jump into space. Hey, I need to go. I need to go find my real mother. Screw you, lady. Screw you, mom. I need to go find my real mom. Yeah, the key to everything. I'm telling you. She's the key to everything. You're both the key to everything. All three of you are the key to everything. We can't have a male to be the key to everything. That just would be silly. I need to go right now. Not to the bathroom. I never find the courage again. Gotta go right now. Peace. Bye. See ya. You haven't even buried your own father. Or maybe you did. It's only been a week. I don't know. Those buildings came up pretty quickly. So they got the magic Rubik's Cube that's also the key to everything. And you got to flip it just right and tap it a couple times. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know. All right, let me click over this. That's too much. There we go. More Lee Pace. That's what we need. More Lee Pace. This needs like 110% more Lee Pace right now. Terrible. Terrible! Terrible, I tell you. How much longer do we got here? We still got 20 minutes? Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. So there's Space Jesus as a statue. They rebuilt him pretty quickly. Yep. What? What? Well, what do you want? I don't know. I'm on the show right now. All right. Sorry about that, people. Bear's got issues here. Issues like what the deal is the space pirates problem here. So she's still in the space pirate ship. For whatever reason, I don't know. Could have gotten a new ship. Could have got one from the other people. No, I'm gonna steal yours. Don't cry, dude. Come on, man. Don't cry. It's a little dusty in here. A little dust in my eye. Come on, man. You're a space pirate. You can't be doing this, dude. You can't be doing this. Don't cry, man. Don't cry. Ah, for crying out loud. Where's your bow and arrow, lady? Where's her bow and arrow? Ay. Literally, the space pirate is crying. I don't know why. I got a little dust in my eye. He was thinking of Old Yeller. Go get out of here, or I shoot you, because of rabies or something. This takes like forever. Go, just go already, for crying out loud. Seriously, weird. Oh, she did bring her bow and arrow. Okay. All right. Seriously, dude, you're crying. That's so sad. That's literally This is why it's so frustrating for Bear. I mean, there is a great show in here. It's just not this stuff. It's just not this stuff at all. It's so silly. Oh, now he's got dust in his eyes. Oh yeah, now he's got. Shouldn't you move away from the spacecraft that's about to launch? Might cause some burning problems there for you. I don't know. Anyways, this is why this show is so silly. So silly. Why Jiminy Cricket is not here to watch this stuff with Beer. He's the one that requested it. Dang you, Jiminy. Dang you, Jiminy. Anyways, there goes Space Chris Rock. Space Chris. Hey, that's actually not too bad. Space Chris Rock. There we go. Space female Chris Rock. There we are. When did space female Chris Rock learn to fly a complex starship? Whatever. Whatever. She's the key to everything. Come on, shut up. Well, half of the key to everything. Half. There it goes. Kind of an ugly spaceship, though. I mean, all the visual effects in here have been really great. You know, a lot of not. It needs a little bit more starship porn in there. A little bit. They used to call that starship porn, like the Star Trek stuff, when they would kind of show the long shows of the starships and everything. It's more kind of like people porn here. I don't not like that. Not just two people in the same room talking and stuff like that. Just kind of very boring. Not the other way. This is Apple TV, by the way. So she's a robot, pretty cool, and kind of like helps out the emperors over the years and everything. I think she's like 1,000 years old or something. Pretty crazy. There we go. I need some more beer. But finally we got some Lee Pace action. This show needs to be like 80% Lee Pace and 20% the other stuff. It could have been a really good Game of Thrones kind of knockoff impersonation sort of deal. Kind of Game of Thrones in space. No brother to me. Oh. Dang. I like this actor, by the way. Not the kid, the old guy. Pretty cool. Hey, there we go. It lined up. That's pretty cool. I love this. Chewing this scene up. I love it. Boom. There you go. That's see. What a wimp. Dang. Boom. Boom. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There he goes. This is a dope scene. This is an excellent scene. Boom. Didn't see that coming. This is the great show. The rest of it, meh. This is the great show right here. Boom. Up to speed. Dope. This is why I say Lee Pace just carries this show. And the lady's not too bad either. And the other older guy. Pretty cool. Very cool. Very good scene. That was one of the great scenes. Rest of them, you gotta struggle through them to get to this stuff. Really good. So they've got like these large, like, I don't know, murals that they paint with like fancy paint, I guess. Nanobots or something like that. And each one of the emperors kind of does his own little mural, as it were. So here he is. He's getting a little ticked off and gonna destroy the mural that he painted. It's pretty cool. They've got really great special effects in this. Really great special effects. And then they ruin it with just melodrama. It's silly. But yeah, all the Lee Pace stuff. This is great. This is great. If you have not seen the show and you want to check it out and watch the show, go ahead and do it. Just fast forward through all the other stuff and just get to the Lee Pace stuff, the Emperor stuff. That stuff's great. The rest of the stuff, you can skip right on by it. You won't miss a thing. They like zap them or something like that. I don't know what the deal is, but turns them rash. Poof. Now this guy's kind of like their fixer. I forget his name, but he's pretty cool. I like his character. So they screwed up all the Emperor clones, the sort of resistance movement. Shadow Master. There you go. What a cool name. I like that, Shadow Master. Very cool. He's like their assassin. The previous episode, he was just like, he was dope. He's like an invisible suit or something like that. Comes out, whop, whop, whop. Pretty cool. Now he's going to go bash the first Emperor. Screw you, I hate you so much. Ah! Very cool. Now they could have ended it here, right? They could have ended it here. Or they could have ended it at this point. I thought this was a very disturbing scene. So if you got kids in the room, shift them off to the side here just a little bit. They finally go to kind of a disturbing scene after all this time. They kind of kept it PG-13 for the longest time, and then, yeah, did a little something at the end here. I thought that they should have ended it at this scene right here. So the robot lady is kind of in her room here, and she's going to be going to like apply some makeup or whatever, and kind of loses it at the very end here. So pretty disturbing. She is a robot. She is a robot. Oh, gross. This is really good special effects, by the way. Now end it right there. We don't need anything else. We don't need anything else. 138 years later. So everybody that we just saw is all dead. Except for Robot Lady. She just had a facelift. A face off. Ha ha ha. Then we got Water Girl. The return of Water Girl. She's always in the water. Every single episode that she's in water. Why? Because she's Water Girl. So she had left Henry Saladin. They were supposed to link up together, and she didn't. She kind of threw a hissy fit and kind of got out of there, and decided to get into an escape pod and shoot off to. I thought she was going to go to the Foundation planet, but for whatever reason, she decided to go back to the Water planet. Why? I don't know. Whatever reasons. It's got to be symmetrical. We got to end where we started. How you're going to get off the Water planet, I don't know. The insufferable just voiceovers are just too much. Too much. So she uses math. Like, she's supposed to be a math genius, but it's all just the feels and whatever I feel at the moment, I'm the the key to everything here. So, why do they have parachutes? Is it space parachutes? I don't know. I thought it's funny that they have space parachutes. A couple thousand years, they haven't figured out how to do anything else other than parachutes. I mean, hell, even we're getting away from parachutes. It's like an airbag. So I couldn't figure out, did they land on the platform? Like, there was like a platform that was like 3 inches underwater or something like that. I don't know why, whatever, Water planet. So I couldn't figure out, did she land on the platform, or like, is it just out in the middle of the water somewhere? I couldn't figure that out. Because it sinks afterwards. So I was like, oh, okay. But I thought she had landed on a platform. Yeah, whatever, Water Girl. Come on. Snap to it. Come on. So that's cool. It's like a space canoe. There you go. Space canoe. Space paddles. Why it's clear, I don't know. I guess to see underneath you? I don't know. Don't forget the knife. She's got the knife. The other girl's got the bow and arrow. Together, they're going to go hunting, I suppose. I don't know. Whatever. So the water planet, it's like global warming or something like that, and she was like the only one that it's like, hey, it's global warming, we're gonna all die. And then nobody believed her because like even though she's the key to everything, nobody listens to her, which I think is actually a good idea. She done nothing but cause trouble. Got a guy killed. there goes the escape hatch. Here it goes. It just sinks. Luckily she got off in time. Luckily there wasn't a whole lot of waves. Otherwise, would have been some issues. Would have been some issues. So I like the background where it's like a ring planet, like Saturn or something like that. I kind of like that sort of look. That's pretty cool. Um, oh, she's coming up on her village. On her. By the way, it's like this very primitive civilization that she comes from, but she is like the she learned all this mathematical stuff, high-end mathematical stuff. Just let me just pop open a book one day when I'm like whatever 12 or 14 or something like that. It wasn't like wasn't natural or anything like that. Go away, space flounders or whatever they are. I don't know. Stupid space flounders. Oh, that's why it's clear, so she could see the flashing red light. That's right. That's right. I wonder if the dead people that were down there that they kicked overboard with the stone. I wonder if they're still down there. She literally killed a guy. Literally killed a guy. It's like, yeah, okay, bye, sucker. And then she felt bad and then like dove down and literally stole his. It was like a grave robber. Just stole the book right out of his dead hands. Like, that's not cool, man. That ain't cool. So Water Girl can like hold her breath for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Why they don't have space goggles, I don't know. A space mask of some kind. How do you see? Gotta love that Apple lighting. It's everything's bright and crisp and clear. Look out! Oh my god! Oh my god! This like totally takes away from the tension of the robot peeling off her face and the Lee Pace stuff. I mean, that was great tension. End it right there. Boom, done. No, we've got to have the mystery at the very end to hold everybody together because, we're all wondering what's going to happen to Water Girl. So how did she see the light? Like, if it's underneath all this stuff, how did she see that light? I don't understand. If you saw earlier, like, the water drains out of this space capsule, and then they wake up. So, like, she's going to open up this thing. Wouldn't they, like, drown? Wouldn't the person in the thing, like, take a breath and, like, just drink in a whole bunch of water? Or are they dead? Now notice, you can't ever see the person's face. Even though we can see the back of her head and she looks like female Chris Rock because of the haircut. Because we can tell it's not like you're hiding it very well. Anyways. Several hours later. Which, I guess. Hey, can you hear me? Lump of something underneath a blanket. Her hair dried really quickly. Who could it be? Who could it be? Oh, look at there. It's female Chris Rock. Who knew? Kill her now. She's got a bow and arrow. Oh, shit. Where's the bow and arrow? Now rip off your face. Oh. The Rubik's Cube? She kept it the whole time. But where's the bow and arrow? Oh, God, I need a drink. Good Lord, I need a drink. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Water girl. Your monologues are just insufferable. All right, so there's the end. Long-awaited end. There was like maybe 15 minutes of really good stuff. David S. Goyer, really good writer and director, but they really could have cut back on a lot of the stuff that they had there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and X out of that. X out of that. Get out of that. Oh, I want to X out. Okay, I'll just pause it. All right. Anyways, good people. I hope some folks got some enjoyment out of that. I'm watching a little bit of the Foundation, the final episode there. Let me get back to it here. 1 second. Here we are. Ah, thank goodness. I'm sorry if there was only so many images that Bear could show. Tried to show it enough for you good people out there to check out, but hopefully you were able to kind of listen along or watch along with Bear here. Kind of a good thing that waited until a week after the show ended. So if people saw it, you weren't being interrupted by Bear here for whatever reason. If you wanted to listen to the exquisite monologue of Water Girl, then Bear shouldn't be over there to annoy you. But I think we understand why Bear was talking about that. I hope we got through some of the Lee Pei stuff pretty good. And that actually is the best part of the show. This is why it is so kind of infuriating. It's a little bit like it's a really great show hidden in a whole bunch of just garbage. And Bear likes garbage. Believe me, I do like garbage, but not this kind. It's kind of, very... just very dull, very, it started off kind of very scientific, very mathematical. Everything's precise and equations and all that stuff. And then about the third episode, they threw all that stuff out the window and says, hey, you know what? Why don't we just go with the girl who's the key to everything and has all these feelings and, it's just the best. It's just the best out there. That's what you want. Really, actually, what people want, I think, is the space Game of Thrones there. The space Romans, it's a lot more interesting there. There's a lot more great storylines, backstory, lore that they had. They actually showed on one of the episodes, I think it was the first Emperor, when they were putting up the space elevator and stuff like that. So they've got... whatever, like 1,000 years worth of lore or something like that to go through. I think that's really cool. I think the acting chance that you have here, pretty much any actor would want to do it, but I'm glad they got Lee Pace. He knocked it out of the park here. Trying to be able to do a character, but it's not the same character. So if you watch the very first episode, the kid in the very first episode is now the Emperor, Lee Pace there. He's the middle one there. Lee Pace, I keep calling him Lee Pace. The Emperor there in the first episode is actually now the old man. So when they were kind of having the back and forth about Henry Selden and the predictions and all that sort of stuff, well, it was the old man who was actually the middle emperor at the time who cast them off to begin with. So that's why he kind of has an issue. And then the mini emperor there kind of grew up into Lee Pace there, the middle emperor there, and now he's kind of having a sort of different thought in it. So you have the same general character, more or less. It's the same actor, but he's playing the emperor over different periods of time. So they have kind of different thoughts or feelings or emotions and that sort of deal. So it's really that sort of kind of comparison between nature and nurture, which one makes the individual, especially if it's the same individual. That's pretty cool. So we'll see whenever it comes back, probably another year or two or something like that. It's 130 some odd years since the stuff that we saw with the robot lady peeling off her face and everything to Water Girl, it was like 138 years or whatever it was. So quite a little bit of time that kind of went on there. So we'll be able to see what happened at the Empire, and we'll be able to see what happened at the Foundation planet and everything. But really, they should have kind of concentrated. They came up with a really excellent concept there with the different emperors there kind of all being the same genetic clones and everything. So that is really cool. I like a lot of the intrigue there that they have on that. Some of the kind of side characters, the robot lady, what was his name? The killer assassin that they had. That was pretty cool. Some of the other stuff was pretty cool. I kind of wish that they would have focused a little bit more on that. Some of the conflicts that the Empire had. You saw the two groups at the very beginning of the show there. They were the two different kind of factions or warring worlds that they think. One of the things that they never did in this series, though, was there was a little bit of maybe it might be this sort of resistance underground, but at the very beginning, they sort of had that terrorist incident where they blew up the space elevator there, and it was both. I forget the two different groups there. Sorry, not that important. Didn't pay attention, but anyways, the two different groups there from the two different worlds, they were both blamed, and then of course they had their planets bombed and all this other stuff. So then they started to work together at the very end there. So I kind of wish that they would have clarified what happened as far as that sort of terrorist. Was it them or was it this other group or something like that? That needed a little bit of closure. The other thing in the episode, I mean, like that middle portion and stuff like that, man, it just kind of dragged on and on and on. There wasn't really a whole lot going on there. A little bit like the kind of middle couple of 3, 4, 5 episodes there in the very middle. They were supposed to find the sort of Death Star or whatever that they had there. Excuse me. Supposed to find that. And then basically at the very end, it came back to where it was. So there was a whole lot of stuff there in the very middle that really... there was like 2 characters that died, but they were going to die anyway, so who cares? Didn't really matter. They were kind of boring characters. They could have blown... They had the characters that died later on. There was a sort of explosion or bombing or something like that in one of the earlier episodes. They could have killed those characters there. They all ended up surviving for some reason. 3 episodes later, they died. So there was a lot of filler in there. Probably, if Bear could guess, this was probably... maybe like a trilogy that David Goyer kind of thought out. So there's probably a good 2, maybe 3 hours worth of actual just forward progress moving sort of a really good either movie or mini series. And then they decided to make it 10 episodes, at 10 hours. So that would be, equivalent of like 5 movies. It could have really they really needed to edit a lot of that stuff down. I know they did already because just the crazy amount of stuff that's in the books, it's just really thick anyways. They really needed to trim a lot of that stuff down. They should probably had this last episode maybe in the middle part of the series, kind of have all that stuff kind of set up, and then have the middle part of the series end where we ended here, and then have a little bit more, after that, a little bit of a time jump, and then kind of end that in a little bit more of kind of a sort of conclusive area where okay, this is what the next season's going to be about. They set up some things, but it was kind of boring. It didn't really matter. It went fast. The first 2 episodes, that was more movie-like, and I wish they would have kept that same pace. I think they turned over, they had this sort of outline to it. They had kind of the beginning and maybe the end, and then they kind of turned it over to some less capable writers, I suppose, that just added a lot of fill material in there. And really, you're going to have a lot of stuff where people kind of lose interest, especially if they know it's just filler and stuff like that. Again, Lee Pace kind of carries the entire series on his back. They should have had more of that. I didn't mind that they were doing stuff with, Water Girl and stuff like that. It should have just been more straight science. That's where they kind of sold the show with, was, the STEM girl, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, this sort of STEM stuff. Instead, it kind of turned into kind of a melodrama, soap opera sort of deal, and that didn't help. That didn't help out at all. The other thing that kind of really hurts this series is it's just one note tonally. There's not really a whole lot of different emotion into it other than just straight drama, seriousness, the key to everything, that sort of deal. It needs to be broken up just a little bit. They need to have, some, I don't want to say funny, but kind of humorous moments. They need some stuff to break up. It can't be complete seriousness, just, dourness for 10 episodes. You really need to kind of break it up just a little bit. Have a little bit of fun in there. Understand your concept that you have here, and you're kind of, hey, I came up with a theory that's going to play out in 500 years or something like that. They need to lean a little bit more into kind of some of the humorous aspects of that, kind of people realizing, hey, we're never going to figure out whether or not this sort of equation is going to work out in our lifetimes. Henry Space Jesus is there. 1,000 years. Yeah, not a big deal at all. Just a short amount of time compared to human history. Blah 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 blah. See you later, everybody. Bye bye. Yeah, so their great grandchildren might meet Space Jesus again, but none of the people that are doing that. I thought the transition where they were showing the tree growing, I thought that was great. I thought that's where they could have spent that, 138 years, and then we can kind of come back down, see the tree fully grown, and the all the buildings built up, and maybe they were still trying to work and get everything working on the second Death Star that they were building. They were going to be able to build a Death Star in like 18 months. They need to cover over that exhaust port, though. Need to work on that. But yeah, that was kind of silly. A number of other stuff there as well. Really not super interested in seeing the second season unless they have, kind of really turn it around and really focus on the Empire stuff. Leave aside all the girl that's the key to everything. She could still be in there, but we need some more tension. It would have been really interesting if they would have killed off one of those characters. Either Water Girl or female Chris Rock. Should have probably got rid of one of those. Maybe they didn't want to have two sudden deaths in the same episode or something like that. Maybe that was kind of the operating thinking behind some of that. But one of them should have been, the key to everything, and then all of a sudden, they die. And so now, what do we do now? Now there's some tension. There's some drama right there. You're following along the person that you believe, and all of a sudden they're gone. So I think that would have been pretty cool. The actress, she's okay. I'm talking about Water Girl here. Gail is her character's name. She's fine. I thought she was fine in the very first couple episodes. Thought she was a lot younger. I thought maybe she was like, 14, 15, 16, something like that. She ends up kissing the guy and making out with the guy and everything. I'm like, whoa, hold on there. That's a little bit young for you. But I don't know. Apparently she's older than that. She keeps getting older in every episode here. It's kind of weird. So, kind of weird. Anyways, good to have P Money along here. Never saw Jiminy Cricket. He's the one that wanted to see this and never showed up. Dang you, Jiminy Cricket. Dang you. So anyways, there is the Foundation. I hope you guys were able to watch along. I hope some of the voiceover was at least entertaining. Seeing the space pirate cry. Still don't know what happened to the bow and arrow. Wonder if they left that down on the ocean floor there. Not really sure. At any rate, I do hope you enjoyed the show. And make sure you hit that thumbs up. You know what? If you thought the show was terrible, go ahead and hit that thumbs down. Bear will understand. Believe me. Bear will understand. All right. Well, you know what? All this talk about the Foundation, watch parties, and this and that. You know what? It's made Bear hungry. So he's going to head back into the woods. That's right. So until next time, people, Grrrrr.